Good morning. Yesterday I was talking about that article Watchtower wrote in which they stated they do nothing in secret, which we know is not true. But Watchtower gets around this by stating all these things are confidential. But I have a message for Watchtower. When you make rules which affect ordinary members of the congregation, but you don't tell them about these rules, that's not confidentiality, that is fraud, and it is going to stop. So today I want to talk about the Roman Inquisition, not the Spanish one. The questions that they raise are, would Jesus Christ have used torture on those who differed with him on his teachings? I'll leave you to think about that one. Jesus said, continue to love your enemies. Then they go on to talk about how bad the Inquisition was. It didn't guarantee the accused any justice. Neither does Watchtower's judicial system. In practice, the inquisitor had unlimited powers, as do elders. From the encyclopedia, they quote, suspicion, accusations, even hearsay, were enough for the inquisitor to summon a person to appear before him. They go on then to talk about how the Inquisition abandoned the ancient accusatory system founded by the Romans. Now, the Roman system was that you were innocent until proven guilty. If there was any doubt, it was better to acquit than to run the risk of condemning someone who was innocent. The Catholic hierarchy replaced this fundamental principle with the idea that suspicion presupposed guilt, and it was the defendant who had to demonstrate his innocence. The names of prosecution witnesses, that's the informers, were kept secret. Does that remind you of anything? And the defense lawyer, when there was one, ran the risk of infamy and of losing his post if he defended the supposed heretic successfully. So the encyclopedia states that the accused were effectively defenseless. That's exactly what Watchtower does. Do they actually read the articles that they write? I don't think they do. When you go to a judicial hearing, you're not allowed to take anybody with you. You're not allowed a lawyer or anybody to help you. Now, they will claim that's to protect your privacy. No, it's not. They don't want witnesses to what goes on in Watchtower's judicial system. The comment at the bottom of the page here regarding the Inquisition was the activity of the Roman Inquisition was surrounded by the utmost secrecy. Even today, scholars are not permitted to consult its archives. I'm sure you can see parallels here. So they go on to talk about this priest, Carnesecchi, I think that's how you pronounce it. He differed from the Catholic Church in that he believed that, and it's in a little box on the next page, nothing other than the Word of God expressed in the Holy Scriptures should be believed. Now, the Catholics believe that tradition has a large part to play in their religion, which of course it does. But this priest was saying, no, you can only go by the Bible. When I Watchtower's getting very close to that, because what is written in the Watchtower becomes their tradition. So they go on to state that religious hierarchies bear grave responsibility for claiming scriptural justification for the killings. And they say, doesn't this heap reproach on God's name? Well, Watchtower, all I can say is that you have brought back the Inquisition, and this has brought enormous reproach on Jehovah's name. The use of force the use of extreme power, the failure to listen to people's defense and to make up your minds before you hear the matter, that brings huge reproach on Jehovah's name. And I'm hoping that you're watching this. Just a little comment from William Barclay again. He had been discussing discipline, and at the end he concludes, so when we study the word discipline, we see that Christian discipline is never vengeful, retributory, or sadistic. It is always constructive. Disfellowshipping people, chucking them out of the organisation, is not constructive. So please, Watchtower, will you please learn what true justice is? As Jesus said, you need to exercise justice, mercy, and faithfulness. That's far more important than doctrine. I will continue this in another video. Thank you for watching this morning.